Welcome to our presentation today. I'm happy that I can uh, help you or show you today the things that we're doing at fundingout.com and at mycbh.com. Today I'm going to discuss with you the ways that we're able to help your organization raise the funds that it needs. And this has taken me a few years to put together all the resources, the technology, and the expertise to finally be able to help nonprofits like yours to raise the money it needs, and using the most powerful tool since fundraising was invented, and that is the internet. The internet just opens up the whole world literally and really makes it possible to achieve great goals in relatively short amount of time. And we're going to see exactly what we're are able to do for your organization and what's needed. Basically, this is an introduction. It's just an introduction. I'm not going to spill the beans here. I don't want my competitors to learn the secrets that I use, but I want your organization to be prepared and to know what's expected. And so this is that effort. So join me now to the presentation, and here we will commence at the on beginning screen. Fundraising via the internet made easy. And this, as I said before, it's made possible through years of learning and application. Uh, Developing the resources that we're going to use to help you achieve your goals, and the expertise, and all these things together equals results. This is my person. Nice to meet you, make your acquaintance today through this through this presentation. And first we should discuss, well, who am I? Definitely, I'm still a work in progress, and the Reverend Dr. Gilberto Rosado. And here's a listing of things that I've done throughout my career, building organizations, institutes. My forte is psychotherapy, and I've created a few tomes on a particular method that I have developed and put together and use in my practice. I'm authorized in the state of New York, and I've recently just moved to the state of Florida. And so basically I go between the two states and abroad teaching as usual. And so these are many things that I've done. You see, it's a long list, but I don't want to get into these little details. It's just there to show you that I am experienced in many areas, and all of these areas I put to the task in developing for your organization a program that will result in the achievement of your goals. Here's a few of my ebooks. I have many more, but this are just a few that I put together uh, for this presentation. Um, as you can see, I'm very focused here. I put in my business titles, titles having to do with marketing and selling and our money raising activities. Here is a series of books from 1 through 20 that's associated with one of our software titles. And you see that I'm a prolific writer in the marketing arena. I have other books, the theological area and in the music area, but I won't go into those. I don't think they're germane really right now for this. These are a few of my seminars and DVDs. Um, Natural Success, these are a few of these DVDs that I've created, and my courses, of course, which I've developed, and I give them online. Cognitive Mentor Therapy, which is the flagship of the courses, the Cognitive Parenting, a Dynamic Approach. We have the Cognitive Child Mentor Therapist Certification and Parent as Cognitive Mentor. We also have one for the pastors and ministers out there to certify them in pastoral cognitive mentor therapy. We have also developed programs for daycares and schools to have the Cognitive Brain Boost program. It's a very good program to develop cognitive thinking in children. And we have the Natural Success program, and this is the textbook for the Natural Success course, and this helps people to become truly successful with their identifying their natural success and doing away with the obstacles that they may be facing. Our website platforms have been developed to help you create the income goals, or to create the income that you have set as your goal. Some of our platforms are geo-based. We have a global network of websites that are focused on the local geo-based philosophy, and these are growing and expanding as we speak. We're ever growing these, and these are helpful also for your fundraising program. We have the $5 platform as well, developed as part of our network. And we start off here with the Caddis Mail, which is kindness by email as its slogan, which is an email program that we have that helps raise funds through email. So this is something in your fundraising that you will see much of later on. And then also we have the for-profit version of that, which is simply the mycbhmail.com program. And that also works in unison with your fundraising program. So actually you have both the benefit of both of these systems working on your behalf to help you raise monies for your organization. These are some of the platforms. I have much more than this, but this is just a brief sampling of some of the websites that we've developed that will also help in your program. The SoSocial.com is just a wonderful website that is heavily involved with promoting online. So this is a major player in our program. Natural Success, the university, the funding alternatives, which is very part of your user interface, is based almost entirely on this platform. And we have our global networks here represented by their banners. We have the research engine. iNodal is something that I'm creating and developing, a research engine. It's like a search engine, but its purpose is for research and also building cognitive relational searches. So this is what this is about. And again, the Cognitive Brain Boost campus here. We also developed Classiforum.com, which is a classified advertising platform, different from others. And this is also a partner in our efforts to help your organization. And of course, our version of the Fiverr Rave, nonprofiter.com, which is dedicated for charity causes and churches. So this is a platform to help your organization as well to raise its funding. Some of the software I've created are shown here through their logos. I show here one family basically of software. There are others that we're developing, but these are the ones that are already being populated on the internet. And there's different niches. It's basically the these are the child software on this first major title, and we also feature in one of them the funding alternative, which is most probably be the major logo associated with your fundraising, but not the only one. And I want to emphasize this: these are just logos of what I have already. What we develop for your organization may not even have this logo. If it has it, very in miniature. We try to do is brand the software and apps, and so to your organization to identify with your campaign, etc. So don't worry about the logos. The logos are showing what I've done for myself and for my network. But what we'll do for you and your organization is totally brandable. Here's just one of the software templates that we use, and it's full of multimedia. Depending on what the program does, of course, we have music programs. All they do is plays music. We have just videos on others. There's many of them are educational, etc., etc. This is different purposes to the software, but we use the software to promote programs, and your program will also enjoy being part of our software network. And I bring all these skills to the table in designing a complete online and offline fundraising campaign for your project. For your project, this is what we're bringing. We're taking all the skills that I have in creating information products, creating services, creating ebooks, creating DVDs and seminars and workshops and all types of training uh, that we have and develop. And these are the things that we bring to bear in designing the elements to your fundraising program. So these are the skill set that we have and that we bring to your program. And now we're going to design according to your needs, the goals, okay, according to the other factors that we're going to discuss now that your organization possesses. And so these things, your mission statement and the organization's objective are part of what we're going to create. I'm not bringing in necessarily just what I have. I want things that are created by a melding of purpose, of your organization's purpose and your organization's ideals and your organization's goals. And so what we're trying to provide a customized solution using the strength of my experience and the technologies that I have under my control, and combining that with the strengths of the organization and of your stakeholders, so that we can have the most beneficial and efficient fundraising program possible. So that's what my personal goal is in creating an efficient and an efficacious program that works all around. It's an all-encompassing program. It's not just selling a product. It's not selling just candy bar. It's and you'll see that we create an all-encompassing program that really benefits the organization even more than just providing income. So these are very real goals. I'm sorry about that. So what does your organization bring to the table? Let's get back to the presentation. What does your organization bring to the table? This is an important consideration. As you consider retaining us to help your organization to achieve its funding goals, your organization needs to understand or needs to identify what you're bringing to this formula. Your part in it is vital. And what can that be? What is it that you're bringing? Well, the first thing that you have is, of course, your membership. These are the people that are part of your organization and who form part of the team that's going to work in making your goals a reality. So this, and they're essential. So we need membership. Now, this funding program is good for small organization as well as for larger organizations. Of course, the larger organization will produce more and will do it in less time than the smaller organization. So that's the given. But we can work with large and small. That's not a problem. There's also supporters. How many supporters do you have? How many volunteers? These are people that may not be part of the membership pool that you count with. The other thing that's very important here is your organizational imperative. What is your organizational imperative? And it's important that your organizational imperative include the this program. It's important that the organization makes it a priority, okay, and communicates that to its membership and to the supporters and volunteers. So this is something that we really require. We can't have a fundraising program when the organization's really not giving it its all and really not emphasizing the program amongst its members, amongst the stakeholders. So it's vital that the organization has it an imperative that this program be implemented and be fully supported by all stakeholders. So this is a very important aspect. The other thing that you need to bring to the table is whatever present and planned activities your organization has. Very not This is not just fundraising activities. This is all your activities. We need to see a calendar. We want to see how we can fit things into the organization's calendar of events so that we can have a more powerful impact, that we can have things work in harmony and not be working against the flow of the organization. So it's very important that as you come to the table, that we see everything laid out, at least for a 12-month period, because that's basically the consultant contractual relationship. For those 12 months, we really need to know everything that's happening, when it's going to happen, so that we can adapt adapt the program to your organization's operation, basically. The other important aspect are products and services. Many organizations, you may be one of them, produce books, they produce DVDs, they produce ebooks, they already produce certain things that can be made into a product or made into a service. And so this it's also something that we want to also consider. And you may have things that can be marketable, but you just never thought about it in that fashion, or can be put into a product that we market to make it more branded to your organization, or to make it even more appealing or marketable. So there are many possibilities, but we do want to see what the organization is producing or has produced. The another aspect that has to be brought to the table is any core technology. The core technology is basically, as you know, is what you do. What is it that this organization does? What does it do well? And that is your core technology. And there's instances where the core technology, it can become a product, it can become a service, it can become an important aspect of products and services, or other events that we will create in the future, and that can result in very good fundraising opportunities. Another consideration are the stakeholder skill set. You have professionals, staff members, you have in your membership skilled people that have certain abilities, you have people who have talents and whatnot. So we need to have a, a an idea or develop an idea within the first few weeks of what the stakeholder skill set is. And the consultant will sit down, my person or another will sit down with your membership also when we're having the meeting with the general membership, and we will also poll or survey the membership and also ascertain other skill sets there. Now, are stakeholders coachable? It's the other thing that we need to be clear about. Maybe your members or supporters or volunteers are not internet savvy. It's possible. Also, that the things that we'll be presenting to them, which need to be done by them in support of your fundraising, are things that they never did or never had a clear understanding about, which is okay. It's okay. The important thing is, are they coachable? Can they, are they going to sit down and listen? Are they going to learn? So we need people to be willing to learn. So you need to see your group and also be frank. I've been there and I've seen certain organizations where the members are just not willing to learn. They just don't want to be bothered, and so we need to know this, and this is something that you got to consider. But still, that um, even if that's a fact, that the membership may not want to be bothered, but the board of directors knows that their organization needs to do this and needs to move on and progress. We can still work with you, but that will hamper the results, right? We'll have to try it another way. We'll have to build up supporters and volunteers from the outside, and which leads to the last one of this listing here: outside resources. Having a strong membership, having a strong supporter base and volunteer groups is great. Also, add to that outside resources. With the outside resources are people that can contribute some skill sets to the cause, and this will also help improve. Now, another thing that comes from the outside, some of you already know, is money, right? Some of us have organizations on the outside that support us, or we're part of a larger network of nonprofit or religious body, denomination, and there's funding sources that we can get from them as well. So that is what you need to consider as an outside resource, and there's also skill sets out there too. We need to consider those and to solicit them as well in order to create more viable products and services and fundraising events to help your organization. These are things that you bring to the table. These are things I'm just listing them here so to stir your thinking about more resources that are there, and you probably haven't thought about tapping them, but we will, and they can be of great value even in this effort now that we're having for the internet. So these are things to consider. Now, the other consideration is, has the goal been set? Have you set a goal? Has this goal been set yet? And so you need to have that as we'll draw, if you consider to call us in, you need to have your goal, okay? And so that's important because that affects a lot of things. You also need these things to consider as well, and we will get into that right here. Is that the time frame? The first thing is a time frame. How quickly is this money needed? Some projects are consume funds at a different time as they develop. So We need to know what is the schedule, what is the time frame for the each benchmark amount, things like that. Everyone has a different type of fundraising need. It's a different type of project, so every project takes on a different character. In either case, the time frame is very important for us to develop programs and develop a way of developing and implementing these programs that will be effective and that will serve the need. The next consideration is your budget. There has to be a budget, and one of um, the main lines to that budget is communication. The communication in organization is vital. Communication in the fundraising effort is even more so. Very important that communications be financed. This is the lifeblood of your fundraising campaign, and if communications fall apart, your campaign is in trouble. So there needs to be a budget. There needs to be sound administration of communication, printed matter, right, and other promotions, even internet. All these things have to be financed and in place. It's very important. Then you have the consultant fees, and there's fees associated with us providing the services for your organization. And it's great to know. I'm going to let you in now on the fact that we have alternative methods to cover these fees that make it very easy to afford, and this is important, especially for organizations that have a small membership and who would find our weekly fee, a a a slight burden. So there is an option for you if you feel that, if you're thinking, well, it would be great to have these consultants come in and bring us all these good things to our fundraising effort, but how could we ever afford that? Know that you can afford it. That's why it doesn't matter if your organization is financially weak or not stable. We can come in and help out any organization start developing a sound financial standing. So this is important. And because and how we're able to do that is, of course, that we have a within our group of products and services, we have subscription services that we can apply to your organization, to your members, to your supporters and volunteers, and in that way you can raise the money already, start raising funds, and that part, those contribution can go towards the payment of the consultant. So there's always, this is fundraising, so there's no problem. The part of the money's being raised will cover the expense of the consultant. Uh, Also, you need to consider the secondary goals. What are secondary goals? Your first goal obviously is to raise funds, but there's also a need to have another uh, goal, which is part of your mission statement, which can be part of the way your organization operates. If for example, if your organization is a grassroots community organization, you may want to also um, have an outreach into the community. You may also want to recruit members or volunteers along with the fundraising. And so this is a secondary goal. We want to raise funds, but we also need more members. We want to raise funds, but we need more volunteers. Also, we would like some more volunteers. We want to grow the organization in terms of bodies, in terms of supporters, as well as financially. So these are secondary goals. And there can be many more and different types depending on your organization and depending on your mission. So we need to have these identified. These have to be expressed, and realize that we can help you achieve secondary goals. This is the special issue about our program. This is what makes our program unique. Our program is able to address secondary goals. You have your financial goal, and your secondary goal can also be made part of the program, and we can work that into the things that we do and create and formulate for you that will create also those secondary benefits. So this is a great aspect to our program. I've been in nonprofit for years. I'm a church man. You know, building organizations is so second nature to me. So I know the needs of the organization. See, I know it's more. We need something more than just selling a chocolate bar. We need other helps as well. And my program is uniquely designed to help you achieve also secondary goals. So this is something we want to know. What are your secondary goals so that we can address them as well? Uh, we need also that strong support has been rallied in your organization, the strong commitment as I was speaking to before. So this is also something that is needed from your organization. Strong commitment, because especially when dealing with issues of internet and technology, this is a learning curve that a lot of people, in your organization may have to deal with. And the only way to help them along, really, is to have this commitment. It would help a lot, and it will then impact positively the results that you'll have from this program. Okay, since it's not as simple as just selling chocolates door to door, the program then has a learning curve. It's more complex. Okay, and you can even in the board may see this as a complex thing, and so again, we need the strong commitment. If you're committed, then we can overcome all these hurdles, and we can, give you the support that you need and the training. And as long as you're committed, then it makes it all worthwhile, and the benefit will be had. We need strong communication. Remember the budget and communication? Well, we need that strong communication to be happening, um, and it has to be established with all the stakeholders involved. It's an essential thing. We need strong communication. Okay, and it may involve the consultant going in and providing the help and training to your members, to your supporter base, to the volunteers, even to your staff, to make sure that everyone is tied into your communication vehicle. So this is very important, that there be a strong communication established. The next thing that we need is that your organization, the next step would be to enter into the 12-month independent contractor contract. This is a 12-month minimum. It's a 12-month minimum for your programs, even though we expect the program to begin producing for you between the 4th and 8th month, depending on your need, depending on how quickly your organization is able to put things in place that need to be in place, depending again on the learning curve for your particular stakeholders. Uh, these things will impact one way or another on when the program begins to produce for your people and for your organization. So the 12-month contract covers that whole phase. It would cover, assuming that the program fulfilled its benchmark, and in your 8th and 9th month you are really seeing the results that we expected. Then the final 2 months of the contract period, the consultant then goes and begins to set up what we call maintenance. And maintenance is that after that 12-month period is over, it's necessary that certain functioning continue. Now the contract ends then. So All that ends is that your consultant is no longer, going to go to your organization and going to give workshops or seminars, but the things that were commenced and the project that we created and the software and mobile apps and website properties that were put together, the venues for receiving donations and monies were set up. Those things are live. They're still there. And many times the promotions are still ongoing and perpetually so. So it doesn't, this means that our program, what we're going to set up here, its nature is perpetual. Its characteristic is to continue to produce for your organization. So it behooves you. That's why that last month and a half, the contractor will begin to instruct your organization and the staff members, the board members, in how to maintain the momentum and how to maintain and continue the program. And it behooves you to continue the program, regardless if you achieve your goal or not. You may have far surpassed your goal. It would be ludicrous to allow the programs and the structure to collapse just to stop. It doesn't make any sense. So this is the reason that the final period of the contract is dedicated to preparing the organization for continual maintenance of the systems that have been created. So we cut off the contract at that time, so the weekly obligation to us ceases. Where it's no longer a baby, so we're just caring for the baby as it's going along, as we're developing. But once the 12-month period is over, that it can sustain itself with your sustenance by your organization sustaining it, and that's fine, and that's good, and that's what we want you to do. The second thing we need after your decision is the retainer check with the contract. We have it at 4 weeks, our retainer, at $450 a week, and that is the $1,800. But during the first 4 weeks, we also allow you to choose the alternate payment structure, which we explained to you before. And the alternate payment structure gives the organization a chance to use its supporters, volunteers, and membership to defray the cost of the consultant. So it can defray. You can use it to defray the cost partially or entirely. It's entirely up to you. It really doesn't matter. Just that the consultant's fee must be paid, and that's all. We don't consider any issue, any problem with using some of our program's resources to facilitate an aid to having that financial obligation met. Okay? Most organizations just stop to just pay the consultant just like you would normally from your regular operating budget. But in either case, that option is open to you. The third thing we need then is to set the information and resource evaluation meetings with key staff. You get this meetings going. We need to prepare our calendars as well. We have other clients, and so we need to make sure that our consultant is able to meet with you and your key staff members in order to receive these evaluations and to just to get the ball rolling. The next thing, number 4, is to set the general membership meeting so that the consultant can explain the program and solicit skill set profiles and other resource availability. And what the consultant is going to do at that meeting, after he discusses the program, presents the program to your stakeholders, he will also pass out the profile forms and surveys to see what skill sets are available, and that will help in our preparation of the fundraising program. You need to plan monthly stakeholder update meetings and training workshops. Now, these can be incorporate it into your regular schedule of events. If the organization's already meeting monthly for XYZ purposes, you need to see if you can fit our training workshop in there, if you can fit our updating of the membership in there somehow. Again, the training workshops will need at least an hour, if not 2 hours, for that to be had. Another note that we can make here as well is that we have another option for the monthly stakeholder update and training workshop, which is, of course, we can do it online. But this is for organizations whose memberships, whose stakeholders are online. If you can, if we can assure that most of your members, a good 98% at least, are online or able to connect online, then we can set up, if meeting physically is a problem, which, meeting physically is the preferred method, but if that's a problem either for us or for your organization, then this can be done online. Okay, and so all the members can go online at their leisure, because online allows us to be able to just record it, and it's there for whenever they log in, and they can view the workshop and take the training. So that is possible as well. The next item is the financial officer would have to set up PayPal account for the organizations. Now, most organizations have it, but just in case, there's a lot that still haven't caught up with today's way of doing business online. And so we need you to set up a PayPal account. Again, if that is something that is a problem or a challenge, we can help and assist you to set up a PayPal account for the organization. The next thing is that the organization has to be willing to have or to create, to forge an organization-wide lateral outreach. And what is lateral outreach? That means that everyone according to their level, and even the organization to others organizations, we need to outreach and implement the program. What we're looking is that the organization be capable and willing to outreach to other organizations as well, and to have them, and allow them to learn about the programs, our funding consultancy, and to have them get involved. This is very important, because what this does is that it helps the fundraiser to have more support. You see, it's better that, you may be one organization, you may have another organization come and help, and they want to raise funds. That's good too. We can help them, and they'll be helping your organization raise funds, as well as you're helping them raise funds. And the more organizations that we get to gather together in this effort, the more monies that you're going to realize for your fundraising program. So this is an essential part of the getting the most out of this that you can, and we really, really emphasize that we reach out to other organizations, and that the membership as well, and the stakeholders also reach out to other community members. It could be family members or just people in the neighborhood. And you get, for each member that you have, you can easily, double, triple, quadruple the impact if each member would reach 2, 3, or 4 people in their neighborhood to help, right? And so this is all that we're suggesting, because that again increases the rate of return for your efforts for this program, and the lasting effect can really be of great benefit. Plus the fact that this may be also in line with some of your secondary goals. So, the program again is designed to help you in the primary goal as well as the secondary goals. And last here is that the key members, not only staff, must commit to training. And this is key because a lot of the things that we're discussing that we'll be implementing for your organization require that the key members be very acutely um, um, what can we say, trained, so that they can then help others in the organization, other stakeholders, when they're having some difficulty, if they've forgotten how to do this or how to do that or what they're supposed to be doing. We need key members to really understand what needs to be done and to be able to show others what to do, okay, to make things work better. We don't want members sitting around idly waiting for the next training to just ask the question. It's ridiculous. The key members of your organization and staff should be well versed in the programs as they're produced, and they need to know exactly how it's to be implemented, what everyone's supposed to be doing. And this, again, is communication. It's also understanding and training needs to be had. Very, very important for your organization. Now, what is your organization going to get from me? And let me just make sure that we are showing you the screen. We're not, so let me get there. Okay, so what your organization will get from me are the following things. Just give me a second. Okay. I'm going to immediately begin to formulate all the data received from your organization, from your organization into new fundraising efforts, which may include the use of new products, services, programs, events, and this includes real world events. We're not just internet, we are both online and offline. So we are also going to suggest or formulate events for you and tie everything into that. We are doing web-based giving vehicles. We'll be into internet marketing initiatives. We'll be creating software for you and mobile apps, right? This is the rave. Everybody wants to have their smartphone and they're doing things on their phone. So why don't you create fundraisers based on that behavior? Also, we have websites and pages that will be started and created on your behalf, and we will create donation funnels. And funnels are just how people on the internet are drawn into an opportunity to donate and interact with your organization. And for your information, uh, we'll be creating these products and certain services that is of our creation, and it needs to be noted, and this is very important, and our contract will state this as well, that we retain all the rights to these products and services, and all creatives and all work product that we perform, that we create, unless otherwise noted and contractually transferred to the client. The client has the right to use the vehicles created under this contract as long as the client maintains the program active through monthly maintenance fees. And this is a little bit of what we were explaining to you before about the 12-month contract and when that ends. Basically, you have the right to use the vehicles perpetually as long as you're maintaining the program. Once you do not maintain the program, all the vehicles, all the links, and all the funnels, and all the donation methods that that can produce or will be producing, all of those are transferred back to my organization. So this is important that you maintain. As I've told you, as I discussed before, it's very important. What we provide you and what I'm going to be bringing to your organization is a lasting web presence that should create equally lasting funding results as well as those secondary goals, right? Well into the future. what we're bringing to you is a strong, intensive program designed to produce desired results between months 4 through 8. And again, this depends on the program. This depends on your organization. This depends on the commitment level of your people. It depends on your willingness or your ability to lateralize, I'll say it that way, the program to other organizations, and for your people to do the same with their community or their circles of influence. So this is very important. The 4 to 8, if everything's going well, everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing, the 4 to 8 should be your activity level in terms of the response and in terms of the funding starting to come in. But there's so many factors here. If that you miss one or you're weak in one area, it will affect this the result month. Okay, so we emphasize that. And what we'll be bringing is our programs, which can be made to double as community outreach, as public relations, and venues that harmonize and help realize the main prerogatives of your organization. And this is the key point of the why our funding programs, they're exclusive and unique, because our programs will build your organization. Our programs will help you realize your secondary goals. Our programs will help your organization achieve the goals for which you started the organization, for which the organization was incorporated in the first place. Um, Whatever mission that you're trying to do with the fundraising, you can be fundraising to build a new building, to start a new community service. And so wouldn't it be great that your fundraising program that we provide you also helps you to establish that new service in the community? So that's what we're able to do. This is the peculiarity of the program that we'll be designing for you, is that with using all my experience and know-how to design programs that not only raise money but also raise awareness and goodwill and community and public relations and community relations, and just gets the ball rolling for your organization. Whatever the goal, we can incorporate it into the fundraising program. That's the beauty of the internet. It's the beauty of the technology that we use. It's the beauty of the program and all the websites that I've created and all the things that I've created to help in this effort. And it's truly a unique product. It's a unique service that we have, and I'm glad to be able to present it to you and offer it for your organization's benefit. And this is just the facts now, is that because of all of this, there simply exists no other fundraising program or platform that delivers as much as we are able to do for your organization in potential funds, as well as in the achievement of organizational goals and prerogatives, and empowering your membership and community all at the same time. That is just the fact. Okay. And I'm glad to have been of service for you to bring this information to you today. If a funding program like this is something that you can use for your organization, I want you to call me. It doesn't matter how big or how small your organization is. It doesn't, we have programs that will help your organization not only to make money that it needs to operate and to grow, but also the programs will help your organization grow. These are the things that I bring to you in this service, and I'm glad that I'm able to put these things together. And my life up to now has been developing all of these platforms. And now the time has come to help you and your organization achieve its goals and have the funds it needs to succeed. Why don't you take a moment now and email us at fundingalt@mycbh.com. Drop us an email, tell me you saw the video or you saw the presentation, and tell me a little bit of what your organization is about, what your need is. Even if you have a private need, you're an individual, you're going through a rough time, you have some bills, some medical bills or whatnot that have befallen you, just write to us and let me know what's going on and what you can do. And I'm going to see if I can prepare something for you to help you out. If you have a large organization and you're trying to raise funds for a major project, we can design web-based solutions for you and combine offline solutions with them. We'll make a magnificent program for you, and I know that it will work for you. So give us a call. And, you know, it's very easy to afford us. We have programs to help you afford us. I mean, there's no reason not to. You can continue doing your fundraising. You can continue using your whatever you're using now to raise funds and get grants, whatever it is that you do. Just add us to the mix. Do yourself and your organization a favor and add us to your strategy. And I think it'll be a smart strategy. Here's the number there. It's been there. Give us a call. Give me a call, Reverend Dr. Gilberto Rosado. Give me a call and let's discuss what you need. I'd rather you email us so that way I can respond to you at my leisure. I'm very busy, so I can't guarantee that I'll be attending your phone call when you call. And the best thing really is to email me. The number's there for you to, you know, I'm willing to share with you my number, my personal number for you to reach me. But I really, you know, you respect the time that I don't have, and email me better, okay? But the number's there in case you need to have it and reach me that way. We thank the music always by our friends at incompetech.com, and that's the information for those who are interested in that music. It is called Terminal, by the way. And thank you very much. This has been the Reverend Dr. Gilberto Rosado signing off now. Watch our other videos online, My CBH Global Network, and other videos of all the other things that we're doing online and helping people succeed. God bless you.